Hey, everybody, welcome back. Our 58th weekly call, our UpRock, hashtag UpRock and Magyar. I am your host, Jen McEwen, and very happy to see you guys all here. Half of us are in Turkey, or not Turkey, in Hungary. I guess I'm a little hungry thinking about Turkey. And you'll see there's an extra name here, and that is Reka. You know her in Discord, you know her in at Slack and on the chat, and she is our rock star mobile programmer developer, Reka, the Romanian rock star or Hungarian rock star. She's a bit on the border, so we're excited to have her here, and I will bring her on now. Let's bring on actually Jesse and Chris. Let me change this. Oh,
good evening, everyone.
And then I'm going to bring on Reka. Hey, wait, we need some music here. Yeah. What's up, Reka?
Hello.
Hey, you guys looking fresh. Love it.
It's really great to see you guys. So you are in a beautiful sunny place. These two are in Hungary.
Nice.
And we'll talk a bit more about that in a second. But the gang's together.
Hey, Jen.
Yes.
Jen, we need to end on time today. You know why?
Why?
Because I'm getting pretty hungry.
Oh,
hey, I saw Drew made a comment here. We're not in Turkey today, Drew, but enjoy your turkey sandwich anyway. So, okay, guys, let's get into it real quick. I know you do have to, you are there for a show. So we are going to try to, get through this quickly enough. So these guys, they just checked in. They got to get to the show. So let's, or prepare. So let's go through this right quick.
What's
up, Ray? Yeah, Reka, everyone give a big shout out for Reka for joining us this week. So it is our 58th weekly call. UpRock and Magyar. Am I saying that correctly, Reka? Oh, you're on mute.
Magyar.
All right. So what we got on our agenda is we got some introductions. Now you've put a face to the name for Reka. Welcoming new users. We've got FinTech Week, Hungary Week. The reason why they're there too, the Solana Summit APEX, some product updates, Day Pioneers updates, and then we're out of here. So these two can enjoy some Palinka before the show. All right. So real quick, we got an update on new users. So we're onboarding about 20,000 new users every week. This is super exciting. And as you know, if you have gone through this onboarding process, it's really fast to start to install UpRock and start earning. In fact, you can do it under 2 minutes. So super fast onboarding. And it's all organic. So super excited about that. I mean, it's always been a bit of our magic sauce, our secret sauce. Super quick onboarding for folks because, we got to try to bring on that next billion users to Web3. And I think we're doing our part. What do you guys think?
Yeah, I mean, it was a nice surge past few weeks. So that's great to see. Yeah, I think, you need design for mobile, you're mobile first. You always have to think, how do you get to, how do you reduce all the friction? We try to make the blockchain part invisible. That means basically you don't have to think about it. It's just everything's auto-generated like your Solana wallet address. And that really provides a frictionless experience. So pretty cool to see though that it's because usually it's around 10,000 recently, and that's so nice to see it doubled recently. Yeah, So awesome.
Yeah. So we've got this really great post here on X. So if you are new, check this out. I'll put it in the chat. Check this out. It's a whole step-by-step on just how to get started. If you're new or if you're bringing anyone else new, and also if you have a referral. Share your referral link because you'll earn some kickback earnings on that. So anyone that you signs up using your referral link, once they sign up and start earning, you get a bit of a kickback for referring a new contributor to the network.
Yep. Exactly. Yep. Cool.
Yeah, super exciting. All right. Let's see.
Replacing Rika's live face with her avatar face.
Oh my goodness! I just realized, Reka, you're wearing the hearts.
Yeah,
I
I
love it.
it.
And Christopher, you're wearing the pixels.
Yep. Well, I mean, I'm facing right into the sun here. This Airbnb was supposed to have a balcony with a view of the river. Now, if you have like a telescope, there's a view of the river that's about that wide down this street, and this balcony. I got one arm on one side of the balcony and another arm on the other side of the balcony. So we had to figure this out real quick here. But,
Yeah.
that's how Airbnb goes sometimes.
Sometimes it's just the MVP,
Yeah,
Minimal viable
V2 of the balcony will be big. It'll have probably a hot tub and
You're
whatever.
in the beta track.
V1 of the balcony. We still it's beta trade. This is definitely beta testing the balcony.
Well, Jesse, you're so, well, I guess I am too, but Jesse, especially you're so out of place without your glasses. Do you have any on your desk right now?
I know, well, they're shining right now, so they're gonna have to spotlight, and especially Rika, because she never just joins us, so this is great. Share the love. Yeah.
Oh, you're looking great, Rika. Love the glasses. All right, let's move on. We got here. So this was fun too. The Voice, Sir Roz, did an interview with it's on Coinzonia, and they were talking about the importance of decentralized finance on being on the agenda of traditional finance institutions. And yeah, go check this out. It's with Istanbul FinTech Week. So this was just last week. It's on X. Actually, let me put this on here as well. It's in Turkish, but you could do some. There you go. You could do some translating. It'd be great. Anyway. If anything, you also just need to hear the voice.
Yeah,
and we're all talking about Sir Roz here. Oh, Jesse, we lost you here.
Oh, one second.
But anyway, folks, I think you might have noticed you're starting to see more of our faces here. We see more of Sir Roz doing the circuit over in Turkey, in that area of the world. We've got Rika and Christopher in Budapest, Hungary, Romania. Jesse, of course, is just all over the place. But yeah, it's really exciting to see for you folks to see the faces to the names of the team. So we'll have more of this. But anyway, we got Sir Roz. He's done quite a lot of other things in the past, but this is the latest one he's done. Go check that out. That's on X. So x.com/uprock.com. This is with Coinzonia, and again, talking about fintech and decentralization, and juxtaposition with traditional finance institutions. Really great video. Please go watch that. Give it a like. Give it a share.
Cool.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. Now let's get into this. I usually say meat and potatoes, but what is the dish? What's the ingredient in Hungary? Potatoes is everywhere, right?
Well, it's peppers, paprika. Paprika.
This is okay. So I say every week I want to try to incorporate a little bit of something from every country of the week. This is mine this week. Little pepper for Hungary.
Nice.
I didn't have, I was saying I wanted to do it like an outfit, but I don't have that much closet space. I quickly realized. So I have to do little accessories here and there. So here's my Hungarian pepper for Hungary week. Okay. So as you may know, or if you don't, every week, this is now, I believe our 12th week, we highlight a country, and anyone who is in that country, physically in that country during that week, will double their earnings. So all you got to do is just open the app. You'll see the new country of the week. Tap I'm in if you're in, and you get double your earnings. Yep. This week, until the 23rd, has been Hungary. And the reason why is, because we love Hungary. We love Palinka and Iggy Shigidra, all that, but also because Christopher and Rika are in Budapest for a conference. They are there for the Solana APEX.
Yep.
And
Christopher will be speaking. But
Solana APEX. Do we have a card specifically about APEX? But if you're in the region, there we go. If you're in the region, come on by. It's free to register. Solana APEX, another builder conference. Nice. Hosted by the Solana Foundation. I'll be talking, along with some other great builders, about DePIN, decentralized physical infrastructure, about the power of millions of real users and how it opens up and enables all kinds of use cases that just really aren't possible without the great community that we have here. For example, UpRock, or in my opinion, the best damn DePIN on Solana or any other chain. Certainly one of the ones that has the most users, especially on mobile. So come on down, or if not, I'm sure we'll be putting it up on our socials. The talk's going to be recorded, so we're going to be talking about that. And of course, super excited to be here and seeing everyone. But yeah, we decided to come out here for a little bit because I was already in Romania for a few weeks to work with some of the rest of the team.
That's
so
cool.
yeah, so another great Solana event. You know, I really love what they've done with these APEX events. So obviously there are a few huge annual things like Breakpoint and
Accelerate,
yep, and so on. But you know, I also get even for a really vibrant community, it's hard to have that many huge conferences and get people coming from all over the world. And so they've tried to have this series of, I think it's about half a dozen slightly smaller one-day conferences that are meant to be more regional to make it easier and more accessible for a lot of people to come and meet builders and listen to great talks and participate without having to necessarily go into the huge, you know, time and all other kinds of investment of traveling halfway across the world for something. So they've done a really good job with this.
Nice.
Really opening up the community.
Yeah. Are you also going to talk about DePIN and AI too, and how the two interplay, or what's? Yeah, and then is that talk today?
I think so. I think so. Yeah, you know, we're you know, it's me giving a talk, so I will definitely figure out what I'm going to say between now and
Yeah,
tomorrow. I'm not saying I haven't worked on it at all, because I definitely have. But you know, some of it I've still got to figure out how I'm going to. You know, Jess, I always tell you when it comes to talks that once you take off, once you mention something like a great stand-up routine, you gotta land it. You gotta bring it back to what you started with. You gotta make the folksy story you told at the beginning relevant. So I haven't quite figured out how I'm going to land this thing yet, but I will by tomorrow.
We believe in you. We believe in you. Yeah.
No, you'll be great, Chris. You're always great. So folks, here, let me highlight this again so you can see if you are in. So you just, okay. So if you, oh, wrong. What am I doing here? Here we go. If you are in Hungary, if you're in Budapest in particular, and you want to go check out this talk, go register. See that QR code right there. Go, you know, highlight that. Go register. Follow that link, and you'll see the registration link there. But also, you could go to X. We have it posted on X. In fact, let me just highlight that again, so you guys can just go straight from the chat.
Yeah. Also, you know, Solana Foundation, shout out to them. They're doing a lot to help builders, you know, reaching out. Like I've noticed a huge difference. Shout out to Mira. She's, I think, kind of like heading up all the DePIN initiatives for Solana Foundation. And she's been super supportive, hooked us up with this talk at the APEX thing, invited us to be there. And those things always, it really matters to get there, have the support of Solana Foundation with a lot of the builders. So I just noticed a big difference this year. We've been building on Solana since it started. And so, yeah, just shout out to them. It's awesome that they're helping startups out. So, yeah.
Yeah, super exciting. Chris, okay, so I'm sorry, and I missed it while you guys were talking. What time tomorrow, or what time on the 21st is your talk happening?
So tomorrow is the 21st here. You know, time zones get me every time. That's what I tell people when I sleep in. 3 p.m. local time, which will be, I guess, 1300 UTC.
1300 UTC on the 21st.
Cool.
So Saturday, 1300 UTC. Yep. And again, is it going to be streamed live, or are we going to be able to?
I actually don't know if it's going to be streamed live. I by the time it happens tomorrow, we'll have that figured out. We'll either post it on our socials, or we'll post the recording when it comes. I think I haven't seen anything about streaming it live, so I think it'll probably be something that we post after the fact.
Okay, cool.
Drew asks if it's a Hungarian cigar. No, Drew. Hungary is known for its peppers, its goulash, its beautiful countryside, but I've never heard of growing tobacco in this part of the world, to be honest. It's
also known for its fire water, liquid fire, palinka. Is that the palinka, or is it the other? Is it the other way to pronounce?
No, is it palinka?
Yeah. It's palinka. Okay.
Yeah.
Wet fire is what this is. Every time we see Reka.
The best kind, you can debate a lot about which do you like more, from sour cherries or from plums or from apricots. But I always say the best kind is the one where you still have some left in the bottle. That's the best flavor.
Oh, the best. Okay, so the best kind is the stuff that's still left in the bottle. But if you hang around this lot, that doesn't happen very often.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Unless you have another drink, if there's still some left in the bottle.
Also, now Reka, not only she's a Romanian rock star that leads all of mobile, and we're a mobile first company. Without her, we'd be dead. She also makes a pretty hardcore Palinka. So we also tried it. Went blind for a few minutes, but it was pretty good.
Yeah, you go blind, so you don't. She gives us the Palinka to go blind before we see like a
client update. Yeah.
Like, don't worry, no bug testing on this one. No QC. We don't need this. Don't look at it. I like your new shirt, Reka. UpRock red UpRock shirt.
Nice. Cool.
That's looking good. Yeah. All right. Well, actually, so now that you're back, maybe we could do a lead into product updates.
Yeah. Well, one, we have I think we're still, let's see, desktop 0.011 finally out. They're staking inside the desktop apps. We have some better diagnostics, just basically crash reports, understanding what's happening in the app when it doesn't, something goes wrong. So that's really great to put in there. I think there's more filtering around see all transactions, a few bug fixes from the team. But a big part of this was actually having staking within the app itself. So that's pretty cool. The Mac apps, Mac and Windows, Linux needed a lot of TLC. So Gabor, he's basically leading that, and he's been doing great by bringing it up to speed to what the mobile app's doing. So pretty great. Yeah.
And what's great about that, right? This is Christopher. What's great about that is that if you had updated the UpRock desktop app a few releases ago, you get the auto
updates. It'll tell you when there's an update available, and you can push the button to get the update. And so, anybody who has the desktop app who's on version 8 or earlier, go to the website, download the most recent version. That way we can automatically send you a notification when it's time to update, which will make things a lot more reliable. So, if you're on version 8 or earlier, go ahead and update. But you know what? I haven't actually looked at that number for a week or two, but a significant amount of the user base had upgraded to one of the newer versions already. So great work, guys. And we got more releases coming soon. And that's the big thing when you're building a product like this or a project. It's not about one big release. It's not a magic trick where you just have one huge release and ta-da. It's like working around a ranch. There's always something to be done, always a fence to be mended, a roof to be repaired. And then of course, sometimes you do big things too, but it's a lot of little releases every week in and week out. And that's something where, we release almost every week, something. So it's just a lot of little incremental work, because that builds up over time. When you talk about building, and when I talk to people about what does it take to build a great product over time, a big part of that is just being able to have this consistent release, because that's it's really easy to hang on to things and try to have some huge release. But then what happens is a lot of little things don't go out in the meantime. And as long as everybody's working and we're constantly pushing out some good updates every week, then over time, I think that's a lot better than having just a few really big releases.
Yep, exactly.
Yeah.
Well, do you want to talk about, speaking of, we have some Android updates coming out and iOS too, but I'm going to go over the release notes for the Android. Are you getting shy?
Are you shy? Oh, she's on mute. Oh, we can't hear you, man. There we go.
Yeah, I was on mute. I'm not shy. I just need to find the release.
I know you're not.
She already got that Palinka in her. That's why.
Oh, that will happen. Not just yet. Alrighty, almost there. Yes. So it's not approved yet by Google, unfortunately. But here's what you guys will see once it gets out to the wild. we've enforced the background service handling and optimized a bunch of heavy task-related logic,
Nice.
and added nice improvements to the crawler engine, and also that task got extended immensely.
Nice.
And we, by accident, but still, we enhanced the device verification process. So that's going to be cool.
Yeah,
It's a happy accident.
that's cool.
And we added the dynamic carousel on the dashboard that Jen, you missed so much in last week's release, but I really couldn't do it last week. And then last week, besides me not delivering the carousel, I also introduced a nasty bug, which got fixed. And
Nice.
that's about the size of it.
Love it.
Cool.
Love it.
That's awesome.
Thanks, Reka.
Yeah.
So also, I love the, in this case with the device verification, it is truly not a bug. It was a feature. Like you accidentally enhanced device verification. That is truly a feature. And you accidentally did it on purpose, you know? So that's a happy accident. I love that.
Yeah. Awesome.
Also, so for the end user standpoint, a big one that you'll notice too, and we mentioned this last week, it was just going through the approval, is a new game provider, Greedy Games. Reka worked really hard, really fast on that one. This is an awesome new provider for, if you're in the US, you know, a lot of the, you won't see Greedy Games just yet as a game provider. And the reason why we release this around the rest of the world is because the provider that we had, you know, there weren't a lot of offers. So like, for example, Reka is in Hungary, Romania area, and she wants to like test this, what she's building. And there were no games for her to test with, or a limited inventory for her to test within the game section, is because there was just none in her area. So we have this, and that was just in a lot of other geos. So we have a new provider that has a lot more, a larger catalog for the rest of the world. And if you are in that part of the world, if you weren't seeing games before, you'll see it now. Hopefully you'll see more now, because this is a broader geo coverage there. Yeah. So go check that out. You'll see on the apps under games, you'll either see two providers, or if you just see the one, you'll see the provider that's in your area.
And also, they're really good. We're excited because they also have a lot of good deals and offers for India and Nigeria. So our communities there are really growing strong. So I'd love to hear from you guys in Nigeria and India if you guys are seeing better offers for you. And try them out, because they're pretty good deals. Actually, you can earn a lot of rewards from it. So a lot of these games too are apps that are in that list. They're probably stuff that you are already interested in playing or downloading or using. So you might as well do it through UpRock, because if you do, you just earn extra rewards for doing the same things you're already doing on your phone, same games. So check it out. Let us know if you see some great offers, because they're pretty awesome. So yeah. Jen or Reka, you mentioned the crawler update. This is actually exciting because this is what the UpRock DePIN is all about. We're able to, maybe Chris, you would talk about that a little bit more, because
yeah, absolutely.
So screenshots now. We got a lot of things we're coming with the crawler, and that's going to be.
We've made some huge improvements in the crawler. So as those of you who've tried it out know, our uptime product, part of our Prism suite. Oh, look at that, sun's going down. I can take these sunglasses. Well, maybe one more minute. All right, yeah, we'll go one more minute here. So. As a bunch of you know, who've gone to prism.uprock.com, in fact, what, 700 signups or something like that, Jesse? Yep. Close to it anyway, well over 600. Our uptime monitor is up, and it's great, and people are really liking it. We've got a lot of great feedback, especially, I'd say the number one thing. So for those of you who have told us, hey, we find the color scheme on the map too hard to tell the difference between like pink and purple. They're too close to the same color. We've got some great new designs, back to a much more sort of traditional red-green color scale there, so it makes it a lot easier to see fast versus slow. But as great as uptime is, one of our super killer use cases is being able to access and crawl the web for AI. And so we've been running that already. We've been doing a lot of testing, a lot of improvements on that. And one of the big updates, sitting right here, one of the people who did a lot to make this happen, is that we're now actually able to truly render it mobile first. And so we were using a hybrid approach where some of the data went through the phone, but we also had to run some of the CSS processing and things like that in the data center. And now for the relevant use cases, we can do that all on the device. It has a minimal impact on battery. It has a significant improvement in performance, and it'll mean that earnings will be able to be higher, because if we don't have to spend money on servers, that means that the overall expenses of running the system will be lower, which means that we will have more, when somebody pays us to do these crawling jobs, we'll have more available to distribute to the community. So great update there. Crawling is amazing. The other day, somebody was asking me like, oh, hey, how many tests did you submit as part of this run or whatever? Was it like 10 or 20? And I was like, 30,000. What? So it's really amazing with our network. Even just when I want to do a simple task. Wait, no, it wasn't 30,000. It was 64,000, in fact. But even when I just want to try out a simple task, it's really amazing to have the great network to be able to run real use cases on real workloads like that.
Crawling is like every agent, AI agent that is doing serious like work for any human, crawling is at the heart of them. All of them. And today, if you guys use deep research on ChatGPT or UpRock, just try it out yourself. Press the deep research button. At most, they'll crawl like 10 to 20 sites, but now really, if any serious agent needs to actually crawl hundreds or thousands of sites, especially because AI can create content on the fly too. So you have to crawl so much different content, and not just websites. We're talking about like transcripts of YouTube, podcast transcripts. All these AI models are multimodal now, so there's multiple pieces of data, rich data that you want to be able to crawl and gather, and then you can really get good insights or an opinion on something. But that agent needs to crawl. So every serious agent, crawling is at the heart of every task that they need to do. So for us to be able to do that for a mobile device, and we can grab the full payload, we can do screenshots as well. All that's working awesome. So yeah, this is great. Yep.
Yeah, that's super exciting. Yeah, lots of really cool stuff. And so, folks, if you haven't already signed up for Prism, do it now while we, eventually we'll have featured, paid features, but you can sign up for free now and go check it out. So it's prism.uprock.com. So please do it while you can. Well, I mean, you can do it anytime you want to. You have agency, but I would recommend doing it now. Also, we want to hear from you. We want to hear more. So go check that out. Prism.uprock.com. Sign up your free account and go play around with it.
Yep. And a couple other things in the progress. So the heat map, that's a big deal. Some of the status updates, the email templates are getting are improving. You'll see a big change there, like probably tonight or today. And then also we're adding ability to do custom domains. So if you want to have like your domain, uptime-yourdomain.com and powered by DePIN, powered by UpRock. That's coming. That's in progress too. So that's actually going to be an awesome one for us, because that provides like good link juice back to prism.uprock.com. I have a lot of people. How we're going to do it is we'll provide one. Everyone can get one free custom domain. Beyond that, you pay for it. But I think allowing everyone to at least have one free custom domain is going to be really good link juice for the community, for us, for UpRock. And we want to rank high for the words status, uptime, crawler, performance monitoring, powered by DePIN. Those are all keywords that are going to be will be enhanced and a lot more organic traffic. And that's just good old fashioned link juice. So it's really key that we at least provide one for free, and then beyond that, it'll be paid. But yeah, so excited about that. That's in progress. Maybe done in a couple days or by this weekend.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, custom domains are almost done. We're just sorting out all the DNS stuff around that. The actual technical implementation of that is surprisingly not that hard. For those who are into this kind of thing, we decided to go with Let's Encrypt for the certificates for custom domains, which is the tricky part, just making sure that whichever data center requests the certificate, it can be served from all of them.
Mm-hmm.
But that part's almost done, and just sorting out all the DNS around that and everything else. But yeah, custom domain should be coming in the next, like Jesse said, within a week or so. And just DNS stuff to get sorted, but it's the most of the work on that's already done.
Cool. That's great. That's great. Well, I know that this is not reliant on there's plenty of other folks on the team that can that will move this along fast too. But how long are you two in Budapest? Is that a factor?
Well, hopefully we get some work time together, but I'm heading. I mean, we're pretty much just here for the conference, at least for me. I don't actually know what everybody else's travel plans are, but I'm just here for the conference, and they'll have me back in the basement under lock and key.
You get your 48 hours of the sun.
I'm actually here to work with Chris. I don't want to disappoint you, but I traveled to get some work done. So we'll see. We will have fun. Yes.
It just so happens that their version of work also involves some amazing food and good times. So that you guys are going to be, I'm very excited that you two are there together, because these two, when they're in the same room, I mean, they're just incredible wizards. And when they're in the same room, it's just magic happens, guys. We're gonna have a whole new product by the time this weekend's over.
That is what you should be worried about. The question is whether we can restrain ourselves from rewriting things that are perfectly fine.
Right.
Also, whenever you say the word wizard, I can't help myself. I just really want to say the words, "You're a wizard, Harry."
You're a wizard, Harry. You're a wizard, Christopher. You kind of like with your hat, you're kind of like Roland from I know he's not a wizard, but Roland the Gunslinger from the Dark Tower. You can channel that. You got the blue eyes. You know?
True.
Stephen King, the Dark Tower.
I do. I actually think sort of the oh gosh, now everybody's gonna question my nerd creds because I just completely blanked on the name. The guy who wrote all the books about the wizard in Chicago who wears a duster and a cowboy hat.
Chicago. Well, there's Stephen. Are you talking about Stephen King, who did the Dark Tower?
No. Oh God, this shows how much I've been working. Oh, the Dresden Files. Harry Dresden.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Yes. There you go. You do that too. Except
there's an actually. I think it's kind of funny because so much. I don't know. Whatever. We're getting way off track here, but so much literature in this space is like said in Europe and blah blah blah. But there's actually some great. I always think it's funny to think of like what would a Texan wizard look like?
Yes, I love that. Yeah, what would a Texan wizard look like? I imagine a little bit like you.
Probably.
Yeah.
Your wand is your cigar is your wand. You gotta replace it all the time.
Yeah, exactly. Go through them so damn fast.
Yeah.
Oh, we got Chavika. Hey.
Is that an UpRock shirt he's wearing too? Nice.
Nice.
Yeah, everybody's got cool UpRock shirts. We need some UpRock golf shirts, Jesse.
Yeah,
so,
I know.
If you guys go to the Solana, if you go to the Solana event in Crossroads in Turkey, if you've been there, you will remember this young face. We are not only onboarding the next billion users to Web3, we are onboarding the next programming wizards as well, and that's one of them. He's one of them. And if you saw our live stream in Turkey, where the whole team got together, well, most of us, Christopher and Diana weren't in town for that, but most of us got together and you got to see us on the stream. You'd see the next generation right there too. So familiar face.
Yeah, he actually was at Crossroads. He was actually, I was listening. He was pitching UpRock like pretty amazingly, actually. He was really good at it.
Right.
He helped generate some leads that day. He brought over some VCs and some like potential business partners. It's like, wow, this is great. Yeah,
Reka, would you say maybe he's like, we have our country ambassadors, but I think he's probably our generational ambassador, Gen Alpha ambassador. And maybe he should get some lead commission or something. I don't know, because he brought over some great leads. Oh no! I'm sorry, you didn't hear nothing. I didn't get paid for everything when I was a kid and working at my parents' business.
Yeah, I was about to say, when I was that age, you work,
Yeah.
or
Yeah.
you don't get dinner.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
the payment is you have a bed to sleep in and a roof over your head.
Exactly. Yeah.
Okay, guys. Well, we're about 40 minutes in, and we have I guess let's do another update, and then I want to get you guys out of here so you guys can enjoy your evening, and then also prepare for tomorrow because you got a big day ahead of you. What do we have left? I think there was a update on DePioneers. Oh, right, Jess. You had
I think that Prism we already talked about. Crawler is the biggest one there, and then like I said, the email templates, and we have the custom domains. So we're just improving new features. That's good. And then the mobile client was a big one with the heavy tasks and the crawler update. On the Pioneer side, just the website itself needs a big update. So that's what we're working on. We have a new designer that's working on the homepage and a couple of other pages, just clearing up a lot of the copy is a little confusing for folks if you're not familiar with the project. So we can do a better job. And if you guys are paying attention to Discord, Tim, put out a new message recently, like really need to focus on the DePIN aspects. So doing more around, it's going to be a lot about content around DePIN and actually doing some unboxing videos and like more live streams around DePIN, inviting more of the other partners on DePIN as well. And I'm probably going to do a whole nother live stream about that. So we'll probably share more in the coming weeks, but that's the main thing is like refocusing the site, doing a lot more content, working with other partners, because really DePioneer is supposed to be not just us leading it, but it's supposed to be a round table with a lot of other DePIN partners. And a lot of these guys are doing the same content every week too. A lot of them do spaces. And we really think live video is where it's at. And people like watching people talk, and like you want to. So I think the spaces format is kind of weird too, because it's it's just everyone's dialing into a one phone call, and you can't see expressions. It's you can't even hear someone laughing. You just do emojis. It's just a really weird format for a conversation, I think. And so just having a more live version of that, I think would be amazing. And then pulling resources together, where a lot of these DePIN companies want to do this together. And we should just make that happen. So actually, make it consistent. So yeah, I think that's the kind of main things for DePioneer's side.
Yeah. Okay, that's great. So guys, also if you're a holder, go into the Discord for DePioneers because go talk to Tim. He's been posting some stuff and needs some feedback. So if you're a holder, head over there and share your feedback. And if you don't follow DePioneers on X, it's x.com/DePioneerCats. That's plural. I'll put it in the chat. Pioneer Cats. Okay, go check that out.
Yep.
And then you'll see the link to everything that you need to see. You'll see the link to the website. You'll see the link to the Discord on there. So please go check that out and chime in. We need to hear from the holders, or we would like to hear from the holders.
Yep. Cool.
All right. Any other updates, guys? I think we trailed through that. We went through them. 40 minutes. We did really well. Guys, I'm so happy to have you here. Everybody, let's give it up for Reka for joining us.
Yeah.
Looking so cool in her hard glasses and her UpRock shirt. And the awesome product releases that just came out. I mean, we got that crawler, we got the games, we got a DV enhancement. A nasty bug got squashed. I didn't even know what it was. She just said, I found a bug. I introduced a nasty bug. I killed it. I'm like, okay, I didn't even know it was here. I didn't see it. Telling on herself and everything. I don't know. But anyway, she's fantastic. We're so happy to have her here. I think we should have her here more often. What do you guys think?
Yeah. I think so.
We should definitely get more people on. It's always nice when we have somebody else on the stream.
Right.
More people. More people.
I agree. I totally agree.
You don't want more Reka. You just want more people. All right. Well, you see her every week anyway in the chat. She's always here. In fact, I just saw her doing some support as we were streaming. So she's wonderful. We love her. We've known you for over 15 years now. Long time. Yeah, very happy to have her here. So happy to see you two in Budapest together. I'm very excited to see
you've got like the Michael Jackson thing going on backwards.
The what?
He famously went to Bucharest. Michael Jackson famously went to Bucharest and said hello Budapest. So you've got like that going on backwards.
Yeah.
How'd that go for him?
Well, people are still talking about it 30 years later. So
yeah, that's not so good. Anyway, I'm safe over here in the other side of the world to make that mistake. But very excited to see you guys there together. Enjoy the goulash. Enjoy the palinka. Say lots of how do we say? Igishigadra.
Yeah, Igishigadra.
Igishigadra. So folks who don't know, that is what? Cheers.
Yeah, cheers in Hungarian. Yeah,
and
it sounds like Igishigadra already sounds like you're drunk. Igishigadra.
Okay, yeah.
Well,
here.
So as someone who grew up speaking English, of course, and I've picked up a little bit of this language and that language over the years. Hungarian's hard. I've tried a little bit, but I guess that the thing about Hungarian is it relies on like an agreement between the vowels. So the vowels in a word can change depending on the words that are sitting next to it, and that's like if you haven't grown up speaking a language like that, I find it very difficult because you're like, wait, but that word, that's not that word, that's a different word because it has different letters in it. It's not like you just change a few letters at the end, you change letters in the middle. And like as an engineer, I can absolutely get behind that. Like, why shouldn't you do that if you want? You can describe rules that explain that, but mentally, I have a hard time processing those rules sometimes. That's mostly all the time.
Yes. Well, so you know what they say about what's said about French took all the vowels. Oh, we lost you, Jesse. French took all the vowels. Czech took all the consonants, and I think the addition to this is that Hungarian took all of them all the vowels and all the consonants all at once, like all of them, and then multiplied it. Because here's how you say here's how you spell Igishigadra. I'll highlight it here. It's all of it. It's every.
It's all of it. Yeah.
You're missing a D
everywhere all at once.
Yeah, you're actually still missing a consonant.
Oh, I'm still missing one.
There's like there's a silent X and a G, and a silent K. No, yeah.
I'm missing 26 other letters.
And by the way, Jesse, it sounds like you're already drunk when you pronounce it. I say it sounds nice.
Wow.
It is. Yeah. It's 10:30 in the morning. It's 10:15 in the morning. He's still drunk from last night. That's just never sober. We're kidding, by the way, stream. We're just kidding. Okay, guys, let's get you out of here so you can enjoy you guys got to get some dinner. So let's
yeah.
You guys, they just really just checked in, so let's let them have some dinner, and then we'll get back to work. But check in tomorrow if you are in Budapest, go and want to check out APEX Summit or Solana APEX. It is again at 1300.
Yeah.
Right, Chris?
1300.
Okay.
1300 UTC.
Yeah. Cool.
If the stream is live, we'll certainly share it on the socials. I haven't quite figured that out yet, to be honest, but we'll just like the exact content of what I'm going to say between now and 1300 tomorrow, there will be developments.
Yes, there. Oh, that sounds like so. I like that. There will be.
Actually, no. Wait. When I say it like that, I realize what's actually going to happen. We're gonna get nerd sniped by something, and at 2 o'clock in the morning, we're gonna push some code, and then I'm gonna get up in the morning and be like, "Damn, okay, I gotta lock in on the talk now."
Oh, okay. We didn't do that for a long time. It's about time, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Live dangerously, folks. Okay, guys, we're gonna wrap it up. Thank you so much for joining us every week. And again, this week, we're very happy to see you. And thank you so much for Reka joining us. We'll see more of her, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Right for you guys to be in the same room there, because you guys always like knock out so much cool stuff when you do that. So yeah, I can see you, Reka. All
right, guys, we're gonna take off. Bye. Let me get some outro music here. All right.
Bye-bye.
Bye, guys.
Bye.